The enemy is at your doorstep. This is the worst. This is the worst story of the day. In my opinion.
Not the birth rate.
Listen,
Not the left redefining what it is to be sexy.
the only reason why birth rates went up is because so many couples were watching Lord of the Rings together and got turned on.
No, they're like, this movie is so boring that we have to do something else.
We have to have sex because the movie's so long.
Oh, no.
Okay, fine. No, these are the best movies of all time and the best books, okay? Transgender realities in The Lord of the Rings facing accusations of racism. Tolkien Society to focus on diversity at seminar. Now, I've heard some inklings of things in the past of people saying that orcs are black people and Asian people because they come from the East, which is where Asians come from, and then you have the men of the West who are white people. It's such a immature, shallow look at what Middle Earth is. Okay? I'm serious.
Yes.
Because look at if any of you guys have watched Lord of the Rings, I just have to say this is so horribly wrong. If you've watched Lord of the Rings, then you know that the men who are within it, the hobbits, the elves, all of these people have problems within their minds or, with their character, their moral dilemmas, that it has nothing to do with them being white or anything like that. You can have those moral dilemmas being any sort of different race that you are. Anyway, let's get more into the article. While interest in this topic of this is what they're saying. While interest in the topic of diversity has steadily grown within Tolkien Research Society says, it is now receiving more critical attention than ever before, spurred by recent interpretations of Tolkien's creations and the cast list of the upcoming Amazon show. The Lord of the Rings, it is crucial we discuss the theme of diversity in relation to Tolkien. It's an imaginary universe. What are you talking about? You don't need to put trans people in an imaginary universe. That's what we have the real world for. That's what the real world already is doing.
It's true.
Look, Taylor, I don't know if you saw these ones here. Here, there are different sessions being led by people at this thing. Gondor in Transition, a brief introduction to transgender realities in the Lord of the Rings. If any of you guys are Lord of the Rings nerds, I hope that you're reading this and just pardoning Saruman, the queer in Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. Are they saying Saruman's gay? Saruman's not gay. Grim of Wormtongue, on the other hand, I don't know, but Saruman, definitely not. Projecting Indian myths, culture, and history into Tolkien's world, the Losoth indigeneity, identity, and anti-racism, the invisible other, Tolkien's dwarf women, and the feminine lack.
Oh,
I thought there were no dwarf women. They just spring up out of the ground. Queer atheists, agnostics, and animists, oh my, and something mighty queer, destabilizing cis hetero oh my god. Amalatormity in the works of Tolkien.
What is amatonormativity?
Half of the words in all of these things are made up, and that's not even including the Tolkien words from the Lord of the Rings.
So you literally invented a language, and these people have to insert a whole nother language on top of it.
He already has Elvish, and now you have this language of
Wokish.
the woke too. Wokish.
There's no curse in Elvish, Orcish, Wokish, or the tongues of men for this treachery.
Oh man, this is just so bad. It's so bad. Lord of the Rings is about people who are not at any point related, right? Like, look at the hobbits, okay? Frodo, Sam.
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
I can hear people clicking off the stream.
No. This is Frodo and Sam are these underdogs who are basically kind of like minorities in a way because they're small and they're this whole different part of the world, and people say, no, you can't take the ring to Mordor. No one believes in you. You can't do this. But with the power of fellowship, the fellowship of the ring, people who are of all different races in the Lord of the Rings come together for a common goal to destroy the ring and destroy evil in the world. How can you not say that is the leftist paradise of what a story is supposed to be? People from all different races coming together, elves, dwarves, men, and hobbits, and a wizard coming together to destroy the ring. That is anti-racism at its finest, okay? The orcs don't represent black people, they represent evil. That is what it is. The moral failings that is why they're corrupted elves, because the moral failings of men within the world.
Goodness.
Right? And that can happen to anyone. Whatever. People, this is just so stupid. It's so stupid.
You guys just had a brief introduction to Lord of the Rings through Will's perspective. I'm going to take a more broader stance on this issue because obviously I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I don't feel super privy to do so in the near future. But I think it's just goes to show that the left will sort of overtake any facet of society that they can, and they will attack things until they can attack them no longer. And if you don't take a moment to stop and call them out on it and say, no, this is wrong, this should remain as it is, there's nothing racist, there's nothing bigoted, there's nothing sexist about anything within this series or within whatever it is that you like that they are trying to attack, you have to stop and say something, or it is going to keep happening, and they will encroach on every single thing that we love until there's nothing left.
Where was Gondor when the woke mob came? Where were they?